Hey everybody, we're back to Coon Prairie Ramblers doing some more confabulation with their mental meanderings. We have the F-bomb section coming up right now, and Luke? That was a good one. Yeah. What if
somehow, somewhere, at some point in time, you were walking down the road and you saw a briefcase on the side of the road and you picked it up and there was $1 million in there?
I would do.
What would you do with that?
I would do some kind of a dance right off the bat. A happy dance.
Look at that guy dancing over there. There's been a snake in that suitcase.
Yeah. No, I'd get real.
You look paranoid immediately.
Yeah.
No,
I was looking over my shoulder.
You wouldn't keep it very long.
Well, I wouldn't even look. Like if it was in a briefcase or
you wouldn't try to count it?
I wouldn't look in it. Mm-hmm. I would take it home.
Without opening it?
Yeah, so nobody could see my reaction.
Well, if there's a bobcat in there waiting to get you.
I've heard of that happening.
Yes, so have I.
I'd open it out back where he could run away.
And point him away.
Yeah. I'd have one of my grandkids there to scare him. Get out of here.
Put him on me.
Go away, bobcat. Coyote, whatever it was. Yeah, but, it would be highly dependent on if you opened it up and there was no way to identify who it belonged to.
It didn't say such and such.
It didn't say,
on it.
Please return to Mel Jackson or Luke Wilson. It was no sequential numbers.
Yeah, you'd be looking for that.
And it was bound, and you knew it was good.
One of them dye bombs.
Yeah, I would hide it.
I would hide
it
in a place where it wouldn't rot.
So where would that?
PVC pipes.
In a PVC pipes?
Yes.
Not all of it in one. You get several.
And you
glue the caps on these.
Yeah, and you put it in Ziploc bags.
I'd be afraid that I forgot where I hide it.
No,
hid it.
You can do it. Don't you? You guys.
Would you confide in anybody?
I would, yeah. You'd have to, really.
Like who?
How could you come home with 9,900? Then I'd divide it up into $9,999 per package of money. That way, if they ever stop me, there's no question. I mean, they can't.
It's got to be 10,000.
Yeah, it won't be over $10,000. It got to be under that. I don't want to go over that threshold.
I would be.
But, how would you go home and explain to your wife why you all of a sudden had a brand new vehicle?
While you're eating lobster every time you go out instead of a hamburger.
I'd say, honey, this guy saw me on the street and he had compassion and he said, "Here, I'd like to give this car to you."
Right.
And then, guess what? Guess what the guy gave me today?
And he filled the tank up.
That's right.
And paid the insurance.
And he told me to take you out tonight.
Bought me a motorcycle.
And get you a steak.
And she said, "I don't care. Let's go."
No, but I'd hide it.
Don't ask and don't tell.
In like I said, in PVC pipes, buried.
Would you have to launder? Would you be concerned about each note being marked or something?
Well, I would look through that, make sure they weren't sequential numbers.
Oh,
and
if they were sequential, what would that mean?
Well, I would figure it was somebody somebody had taken it out so they could identify. Somebody had taken it out of the bank so it could be identified.
Don't spend them in order.
What denominations would they be in? Like $100 bills?
Catholic, probably.
Catholic denomination? Yeah, right. Because you'd be really blessed if you found that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or cursed.
Well, if it was like $100 bills, I mean, I would go down Circle K and say, I want to buy a big gulp. I want to buy a big gulp. Here's a $100 bill.
How many, if it was a suitcase, would a suitcase hold $1 million worth of $100 bills? It couldn't be 20s. It'd have to be hundreds.
I think so.
If they jammed them in there.
I speaking to some police officers from Miami one time, and they deal with locating and seizing millions of dollars sometimes. And they said that you can take three people to sit down at a table, count $3 million, and you'll never come up with the same figure.
Yeah, because some of those figures are in their pocket.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it's eventually you get down where there's a $20 bill.
We only found a $20 bill. Took us 3 hours to count it. Here it is.
I wonder how often that happens.
What?
I've heard where somebody's driving down the road and there was a Brinks truck in front of them and it hit a bump and the door popped open and out flopped a bag and it sat there in front of the guy on the freeway. I've heard of that.
Not for long. Manna from heaven.
Well, that is. I would if I did that, I would call the law.
Yeah.
And say, hey, this just fell out of a Brinks truck.
You're more likely to get caught.
No, there's no way I would do that.
Yeah.
Even if you just drove by and reached out and snatched it?
No,
but
there's
find
no
it
way.
on the side of the road or in the bushes somewhere.
Yeah, and it was nondescript. There was nothing to
grow a beard real quick.
There was nothing to make you know who it came from or who it came from. You know, if you found out it was being put aside for somebody's operation or something, surely you would give it back.
But if you had to hide it out, you couldn't spend it all in your lifetime without somebody noticing or whatever. You have to. How fast would you spend it? You allow yourself to. I don't know. I'd take a long vacation.
I'd be very careful.
I'd take a long vacation, and I'd go. I don't think I'd fly.
Well, you could buy
a long road trip.
You could buy a nice gift for people.
You do gifts, or you could buy
that would give you away because everybody start confabulating and say, hey, you got a gift from him? You got a gift from him? Where's he getting all this money?
Get a small RV, take it, go on the road.
Right.
Be gone for months all around the country.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
And you could also
get rid of a lot of it.
If you wanted to.
You could donate something.
You could money launder the crap out of it.
That's true.
And I would. Not that I would, but you could do that.
Or you could hire you some muscle and be a loan shark.
Exactly.
You could have it just keep multiplying.
Whoa, that sounds dangerous.
Get somebody who knows how to break a leg for you. That's right. There's people who'll do it.
I think I'd go down to the Caribbean islands.
And live? Put it all
Just
down
live,
there?
yeah.
One of them banks down there?
Yeah, just go off to, the Grand Caymans.
Yeah,
What about Costa Rica?
Okay, we'll do that.
Well, what are we going to do on Mondays then? We're going to
fly back up here.
Oh, well, yeah.
You can afford, I guess.
Or we could have it remotely.
That's right.
Coming to you live from Costa Rica.
We could do that.
Islands.
Yeah. Yeah, we could record it and mail it
We'd
to
have to come
Erica.
home on Wednesdays for the brew crew.
That's right. Come on for
Well,
coffee.
we could do that
by satellite?
Satellite, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's tune in for Luke and Casey and Mel here. Hey, guys.
I don't know if it'd be quite the same. They'd be jealous. They'd turn us off. They wouldn't watch it.
Oh, yeah. Because you'd be sitting there with your drink by the water and everything. And
how much do you think all that money would change you?
It
would have to.
It would change me.
I would think.
It wouldn't change me as how I treat people or how I am. It would change me in what I was able to do.
Would you be more paranoid?
I'd give bigger tips at the restaurant.
And I would also,
$1,000.
Well, I think I would see these things on the news where locally, like somebody in Fort Myers, I remember last year, somebody broke into their house at Christmas time and stole all the gifts.
I remember that.
I would.
You would be like the millionaire.
I would replace those.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't want my name involved in it, but I would just say, okay, here, I'd get somebody to go and say, here, here's the money to.
You'd hire some guy to work for you
do it
to deliver it.
But you could drop a lot of money in them kettles that people are out ringing bells for and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Anonymously, they wouldn't know how much you're dropping in there.
Yeah, like what is it down in Fort Myers? The Christmas, the Santa Claus ringer, or every year there's somebody drops a certain amount of money or something in there.
Gold coins.
Coin,
exactly.
Yeah. Is that Fort Myers? That happens.
Happens all over the country.
Yeah,
it's a common thing.
Well, that's what happened. The guy found that money on the road, and now he's going around giving out gold coins.
Would you move and build you a big fancy house somewhere?
No,
I would.
I don't have any problem just living where I'm at.
But you'd probably maybe do a little remodeling, fixing up. Maybe
a boat around there full of alligators.
I might collect a little bit of artwork and stuff.
You might get a bigger porch or something. Maybe some nice rockers.
You're pushing the limit there.
He's a miser. He ain't gonna spend none of that money. You don't need to find it.
You know what? If you find it, best thing you could do is give it to me and Luke.
That's right. We'll show you what to do with it. I'd settle for half. I'd settle for $500,000. I think I could be happy. I
think I would not set up a scholarship fund, but some people, trying to, make it through college or something. I might, if I knew that there was a need there,
that's what, to me, would be the best thing to do when you read about something or heard about something where somebody was the first person in their family to go to college, but all of a sudden they got to a point and they just can't do it because they don't have $3,000 for
they had to start working.
Yeah, so you can say, I'll call you, and I still would want to remain anonymous about it, but I would want to be able to call somebody and say, hey, take care of this.
But you set up trust for your kids or grandkids or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But somewhere down the road, someone's going to say, hey, how'd you set up this trust? I'd be awful leery. I'd be always looking over my shoulder,
We'll be walking around with 50 pounds of jewelry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like Mr. T.
And see, I'm not a jewelry carrier, so
until one night in the middle of the night, you're home alone. And you hear a knock on the door, and you get to the door, almost about to open up, and the door crashes in.
Kicks it in.
And there's 6 burly men in black ninja suits, and they said, Mel, we know you found our money.
We lost something, and we know you found it.
And I would rise to the occasion and pull out my concealed weapons.
Out of your pajamas?
Would you show them your permit?
Oh, yeah. I carry ninja knives under my pajamas.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I take them out when I go to bed. Lay them beside the bed.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and took courses on how to throw them. And
I think we could write a movie about this.
Yeah, very
about somebody finding a bunch of money, and then they're trying to how the ways and showing the ways that they spent it, and then finally one day somehow these drug dealers or mob people figure out, hey, that's the guy that got our money.
That's right.
Because you got a little bit careless, right?
Or a little too extravagant.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Either
that, or you were at the coffee club and you were buying drinks for everybody, drinks on the house.
Yeah. Or you told the wrong person.
And somebody came in and they were not with the club. They were sitting over in the corner and they overheard this. That's the dude that got that money.
And when you pulled the money out of your pocket, they saw the gold clasp on your bills. And they say, yeah.
They saw you somewhere carrying that briefcase. They recognized the briefcase. There was something unique about that. That's really.
Or you left your fingerprints behind somehow. This is getting very dangerous.
I know.
I'm not sure it would be very safe to find a bunch of money.
But you could do a lot.
I'd like to go for it. I mean, hey, you only go around once in life, right?
You'll be looking over your shoulder the rest of your life.
As far as I know, yes. That's what we get one chance.
Yeah.
If I was going to find a lot more money now, it'd be nice to donate a portion of that to the city, like fixing the roads and stuff like that.
Or to have the rodeo grounds moved.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because you know what? Those commissioners, those councilmen, they take credit for it.
Would
See,
you
when they run for office again, see what I helped them fix that road out there.
They probably would, but as long as it was fixed.
Yeah, as long as it was fixed. I mean,
I think I can do that.
And so you would maybe help out with the beautification of downtown Arcadia?
Something like that. I don't know what I would put it for, but I would think about it a while.
You would,
but I would stay away from helping people with gentrification. Beautification, yes. Gentrification, no.
You're going to have to explain that word to our listeners and me.
Gentrification is whenever the people of means and money decide that they don't want to no longer go to a mall because it's a mall that has been taken over by the mall rats and people they don't want to associate with.
Undesirable.
So these rich developers find a place further away from town that the mall rats can't get to or won't go to, and they build a new mall. That's called gentrification. Or when you start a new subdivision and you build a fence around it to keep all the riffraff out.
But where did they get their money to begin with? That's what I want to know.
It came out of that money that we
I had a rich uncle that died. Yeah. Left it all to me.
You know what? I think we're dreaming.
Yeah. I tell you what, I think we're delving into a bunch of malarkey.
Yeah, but I think an idea for movies there.
Yeah.
Start with a book. That way you could.
Okay.
You made it.
And Mel, had you written a book?
We'll start it off with a comic book.
Did you write a book?
Real simple.
Yeah, Mel wrote a book.
You can put it in the paper, Luke.
We'll start as a column.
Yeah. Okay, we're running out of time, folks.
Yeah.
The malarkey is slowly dribbling to a halt here.
Just like our $1 million would be wasting away if we had it.
So running through our fingers right now.
All right. See you same time?
Same time next week.
Same bat channel, same bat place.
Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.